everyone receives is a reflection of us.
Welcome. An idea created by the thoughts of looking at clouds. You see, today, the creation of a cloud resembled that of being torn between two, or being pulled from both sides, that understanding that one must make a choice. But this choice isn't a 3D tangible choice. We see it as that, and that we must remove something to be somewhere, but it's not about that. This choice is about how one lives their life, what one attracts, whether one is condemned to live their life in old beliefs and old habits. So this cloud formation, whether created by me or by a higher power, this is just what I see. And I think to myself, okay, what are those old habits or traits that I need to leave behind? Then comes a time, then I address it. I observe it, and I make that choice. I think deep down we all want to, but we all want to feel comfort. We all want to feel homely, and these are the things that give us that, a false sense of security perhaps, but loving nonetheless. But see, it's a false love that we've created because we haven't felt that true love, and we've associated it to comfort. That not knowing or not understanding what's to come, but believing in it and having faith that it's just going to be pure joy. So it's that, or it's staying behind in old habits and old beliefs that keep us entrapped, that keep us hoping and wanting more, or wanting to change. We live in that life of want and desire. Or do we perceive it as a positive and move past it? Identify that it is an old habit, an energy that is placed upon us from somewhere that we can leave. We don't need to be those parts of ourselves that are habitual. We need to make room for the positive to come in. I think the hard part about it is, how do you do that? No one teaches you how to overcome those things. You can't just leave them behind. It's willpower, determination, that inner understanding of who you are, and showing people that you can do it. But it's having faith in your journey, even though you have no idea where it's going. You have the manifestation and desires of financial abundance and love, yes. How they will come to you, well, that is the mystery. But as long as you stay true and faithful, it's there. It doesn't mean waiting, because waiting leads to the association of boredom, which again leads to that habitual lifestyle. We find things to generate that positivity, to generate that manifestation. It's keeping the mind busy, but in ways that is all about spiritual growth. Meditation need not be one to be enlightened as a burden or a chore, but one to calm that quiet mind so we are at peace with the present moment. Removing yourself from that enlightens and lifts what is surrounding the mind, surrounding the head, keeping us trapped there. A helmet placed upon us by the dictatorship of society. So that gets lifted. Again, another piece of armor placed upon a 3D reality removed, so that we can allow ourselves to grow on a more spiritual level. I think the choices that were made in the sky today for me now are always going to be about growth and understanding, because I'm a seeker of knowledge. I'm someone that wants to know more. I want to be more. I want to help more people. And I connect to that energy. That's the sort of area that I want to behold. So yeah, my time in assisting others on a laborsome level has ended. Now it is time of growth and helping those in moving forward. That is the energy I want to be attached to. So yeah, if I had to choose between old habitual lifestyle and a growth of positivity and spirituality and gifts unknown, well, I'll always take the latter. And that is my choice. That is what I saw, and that is what I will continue to do. And I need to say that because these are my visual or my audio diaries. These are the things that I find the most helpful, not only to me, but to others, because some of the things that they ask or, show you how to do, write them down, create this, say that. Again, it's a form of do as you're told, at least in the mind. So I say to you, if you listen and struggle to find which is your best way, well, what is it that your way is inclined to? Do you write? Do you draw? Do you create music? Do you create audio? Do you have a journal? Whatever you find the most comfort in, then that is your path. But you see, I digress away from the idea of making the choice between positive growth and sustainable negativity. Even now, just saying that, I don't want to be a part of that anymore. So yeah, I always move forward. These coming times are so much more inclined towards us inwardly to help us erode those parts of ourselves that no longer serve us. Those same habitual moments, we get hints and clues from the animal nature or outside world, things like confirmation that we don't want you to do this, or think about this, or this is that moment that we were talking about. They come, it's who's listening. And are you listening correctly to find the answers? And when one supersedes all of that and can stand back and say, you know what? I was not observing that, I was participating. When you can stand back and be like that, there's so much room for light and love and understanding. We grow to that better version of ourselves. We don't lose who we are, but we continue our journey. It doesn't matter whether the world's split into 5D and 3D and things like that. I don't know what those are going to be. I don't know what powers are going to happen. We are blessed when we rise to the sunshine in the morning and the moonlight at night. And that's where society places onto us the fears of not knowing. So because of that, you are reluctant to do anything or participate or follow that because of fear. And that's been placed upon bills. How are you going to put petrol and food on the table? Societal homely things, keeping you in burden and trapped. Even as I say this, but how will the money, how will I pay for things? Well, that's the journey of losing the things and their value so you find what's meaningful and you grow spiritually. It's not going to be easy. It is hardship. It is hard. And that's where you seek friends and family and help along the way and the faith and the trust in the journey. But it does take parts of you to also facilitate that, to go within and find understanding and reasoning. It's a struggle. There's no denying it. But it's a powerful one when one chooses to find understanding and knowledge. It's so rewarding when those things come. It is so much worthy of it, so much more beneficial to us on a whole different level. So in a decision between old habitual lifestyles, or a future or a positive moment in the present day of unknowns and possibilities, of abundance and riches, and love and light all the way. I think the decision is quite a no-brainer. So with that, I leave you with peace and love. Take care.